Okay, I'd like to cover the closed sales activity for the month of April 2026 in the community of Arden in Loxahatchee, Florida. There was 4 closed sales in the month of March. I didn't do a video for that reason. And month of April, there was 16 closed sales. There's currently 76 active listings for sale and 15 rentals available. Let's go ahead and take a look at what sold last month. Okay, so this first house, this is the only house that sold over $1 million. This one is a 4.3.5. It was built in 2024. Square feet under air is 3,445 square feet. This is a pool home. Sales price was $1,340,000. Days on the market, 19 days. And price per square foot was $389. Take a look at some of the pictures on this one. As you can see, the last picture was on the lake. Should have paused that. Nice lake view. Double entry door, glass door. Very attractive home. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, this next house is a 5.4. Was built in 2019. Square feet under air, 3,361 square feet. Price sold, $915,000. Days on the market, 10 days. It is a pool home. I'll show you some pictures in a minute. $272 per square foot. All right, it has a nice outdoor kitchen. And here's the aerial view of the pool area. Okay. All right, this next one's a new construction. They're using the stock photo. This is a 5.4.5. It is 4,045 square feet under air. Price sold $895,000. Days on the market 22 days. Price per square foot is $221. All right, this next home is a 5.4 built in 2019. Square feet under air is 3,361 square feet. Price sold $850,000. It does have a pool and jacuzzi, and I'll show you that in a minute. Days on the market 60 days. Price per square foot $253. And here's the photo of the backyard pool area, the jacuzzi. Looks very nice. All right, this next house is a 5.3.5. Was built in 2023. It does not have a pool. Square feet under air, 2,869 square feet. Price sold $740,000. Days on the market 55 days. Price per square foot $258. Okay, this next house is a 5.3.5. It was built in 2022. It does not have a pool. Square feet under air, 3,332 square feet. Price sold $699,990. Days on the market 28 days. Price per square foot $210 per square foot. Okay, this next home is a 5.3.5. Was built in 2023. Square feet under air, it does not have a pool. Square feet under air is 2,672 square feet. Price sold $625,000. Days on the market 39 days. Price per square foot $234. Okay, this next house is a townhouse. It is a 4.3.5. New construction. Square feet under air is 2,311 square feet. Price sold $584,530. Days on the market 15 days. Price per square foot $253. Okay, here's another townhouse, 4.3.5. New construction, 2,311 square feet. This one sold for $560,000. Days on the market 2 days. Price per square foot, $242. All right, this next home is a 2.5. Was built in 2019. Does not have a pool. Square feet under air, 2,418 square feet. Price sold, $559,900. Days on the market, 110 days. Price per square foot, $232. All right, this is the only photo for this one. It was a villa, new construction. They didn't put any photos of it. It's a 3-2. Square feet under air is 1,749 square feet. Price sold, $529,545. Days on the market, 0 days. And price per square foot, $303. Okay, this next home is a villa. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, new construction. Square feet under air is 1,758 square feet. Price sold, $519,330. Days on the market, 34 days. Price per square foot, $295. All right, this next home is a 2-2 villa, new construction. Square feet under air is 1,758 square feet. Price sold was $475,000. Days on the market, 6 days. Price per square foot, $270. Okay, this next home is a villa. It was built in 2021. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Square feet under air is 1,854 square feet. Price sold, $495,000. Days on the market, 103 days. Price per square foot, $267. Okay, this next home is a villa. It's a 2-2, new construction. Square feet under air is 1,758 square feet. Price sold, $517,355. Days on the market, 8 days. Price per square foot, $294. Okay, this next home is a 3-2 villa built in 2020. Square feet under air is 1,925 square feet. Price sold, $470,000. Days on the market, 34 days. Price per square foot, $244. This wraps up the sales activity for the month of April 2026 in Arden, Loxahatchee, Florida. See you next month.